Today, I just want to talk to you. Nothing complicated. I want to teach you something that changed my life completely. It's how to think correctly. That's it. If you can think the right way, you don't need to be the smartest person. You don't need to be the strongest. And you don't even need to be lucky thinking the right way. That's the real key. When I was young, I wasn't smart. Honestly, if you looked at my school reports, you'd probably laugh. Fail, fail. It's true. I failed 3 times in middle school. I failed the college entrance exam, not once, 3 times. I tried to get a job at KFC. 24 people went to apply. 23 got the job. I was the only one left out. Even police refused me. At that time, I felt terrible. But looking back, it was the best thing that could have happened to me. You see, most people, when they fail, they think, oh, I'm stupid. Oh, I'm unlucky. Oh, I'm not good enough. Wrong. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning. Failure is training. It's education. Life gives you for free, if you're smart enough to accept it. Every time I failed, I learned something. I learned that rejection is normal. I learned that when people say no, it doesn't mean you're no good. It just means it's not your time yet. You need to have the patience to wait for your time to come. I always tell young people this. When you see a problem, don't complain. When you complain, you waste time. The smart ones, they see a problem and think, okay, this is my opportunity. Problems are opportunities dressed in dirty clothes. They don't look nice. But if you clinging them, if you solve them, you find gold underneath. When I started my company, everybody said I was crazy. Nobody believed the internet would work in China. They said, Jack, you don't know anything about technology. You don't know anything about management. You don't have money. You don't have connections. How are you going to succeed? I told them I may not have those things, but I have a brain I can think, and I believe that was enough. You must train your brain like a muscle. Every day when something bad happens, don't immediately say, why me? Say, what is this trying to teach me? When you meet someone better than you, don't feel jealous. Feel inspired. Learn from them. Ask questions. Get curious. That's how you grow in life. Now, it's not about who runs the fastest. It's about who can keep running without giving up. I'm not the fastest runner. I'm not the smartest runner. But I am a stubborn runner. I just keep going. And when you think correctly, you build that kind of strength inside you. There's one thing I really want you to remember. If you think small, you will stay small. If you think big, maybe you fail once or twice, but eventually you grow bigger. Dreams are free. Why not dream big? The cost of dreaming big or small is the same, but the reward is very different. When you meet tough times, and you will believe me, the right way to think is not how do I survive, it's how do I grow from this. Pain is the best teacher. It teaches you lessons comfort never can, so embrace pain. Smile at it. Say, thank you for making me stronger. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they wait for everything to be ready. They say, when I have more money, I will start. When I know more, I will act. When I'm ready, I will move. But the truth is, you are never fully ready. You just start, and then you learn along the way. Think correctly. Think action first. Move first. Even if you don't know what you're doing, even if you are scared, because every step you take teaches you something. You figure things out by doing, not by waiting. Another important thing, don't waste your time worrying about competition. Competition is healthy. When you have competition, it means the market is alive. It's growing. If you are the only one doing something, maybe you are wrong. So don't be afraid of competition. Focus on yourself. Focus on improving 1% every day. In my journey, there were so many nights I couldn't sleep. I was scared. I was confused. Sometimes I thought about giving up. But then I remembered, if I don't fight for my dreams, Who will? If I don't believe in myself, who will? Who will? Nobody owes you success. Nobody will give it to you. You must take it. And the right thinking is every day. Wake up and tell yourself, I am lucky to be alive. I have another chance. I can try again. You do this every morning and your life will change. You also have to understand something about mistakes. Mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are friends. If you are making mistakes, it means you are trying. It means you are moving. The only people who don't make mistakes are the ones doing nothing. So don't be ashamed of mistakes. Be proud. Learn. Grow. Another thing. Don't worry about what other people think about you. If you live your life trying to please everyone, you will end up pleasing no one. Not even yourself. You are not here to make everybody like you. You are here to live your dream. You are here to find your path. You are here to create value. And remember, you don't have to be a genius. You just need to have common sense. Respect people. Be kind. Work hard. Keep learning. Keep moving. And keep your dreams bigger than your fears. Success is not easy. It's messy. It's painful. It's lonely sometimes. But it's worth it. Not because of the money. Not because of the fame. But because of who you become along the way. At the end of the day, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much value you create for others. If you help others, if you create value, success will follow you naturally. You don't even have to chase it. So today, I want you to walk out of here with a simple mindset. Think positively. See problems as opportunities. Move fast. Make mistakes. Learn quickly. Never give up. And always believe your future is not determined by your past, is determined by your thinking. Thinking correctly is the beginning of every great journey. If you can train your mind to see the world differently, you don't need perfect conditions to succeed. You don't need perfect knowledge. You don't even need perfect timing. You just need the right way of thinking. Most people, when they face a little failure, they get scared. They think it's a sign to stop. But the right thinking is knowing that failure is simply part of the process. It's a friend in a very bad costume. It shows you what doesn't work so that you can find what does. When you meet failure, you shake its hand and you keep moving forward. Every morning when you wake up, you get a choice. You can think like a victim, or you can think like a fighter. You can think that life is unfair, or you can think that life is full of hidden opportunities waiting for someone brave enough to look deeper. It's not the smart ones or the lucky ones who win. It's the ones who think differently about challenges. When you see a big problem, don't be afraid. Big problems are like mountains. You can stand at the bottom and complain about how high they are, or you can start climbing step by step. The people who reach the top are never the ones who had no fear. They're the ones who decided to walk forward anyway. Right? Thinking always starts with responsibility. Whatever happens, you ask yourself, what can I do about it? Not, what did others do wrong? Not, why is this so unfair? You take full ownership of your life. That simple shift changes everything. Because when you own the problem, you also own the solution. Correct. Thinking is about seeing the future when everyone else is stuck in the present. When people say, this cannot be done, you train yourself to ask why not. When people say, this is too hard, you say, hard is good. Hard means fewer people will try. The world is full of easy things that everybody wants to do. If you want to grow big, you go where the challenges are. You go where it's messy. You go where most people quit. Most people waste their energy worrying about competition. They look at what others are doing. They copy. They compare, the envy. But the right way to think is this. Run your own race. Focus on getting better than the person you were yesterday. Because the truth is real. Competition is not outside, it's inside. It's you against your own doubts, your own fear, your own laziness. Thinking correctly means being patient. When the results don't show up immediately, Good things take time to build. It's easy to get excited at the start. It's hard to keep working when nobody claps for you, when nobody notices. But that's exactly when the real winners are made. When you keep believing even in silence. You don't need a perfect plan to begin. Many people wait too long. Planning, thinking, worrying. Correct thinking is starting with what you have. Where you are, you figure it out along the way. You correct the course as you move, but you keep moving. Action teaches you faster than any book, faster than any advice. Mistakes are not a sign that you are failing. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. If you are making no mistakes, it simply means you are playing too safe, living too small. Correct thinking invites mistakes, because every mistake carries a gift inside. A new lesson, a new strength, a new understanding. Thinking correctly means you never let fear be the driver. Fear is natural. It will always ride in the car with you, but you don't let it touch the steering wheel. You acknowledge it, you respect it, but you keep moving forward anyway. Correct thinking is long-term thinking. It's planting seeds today that might not bear fruit for years. It's making sacrifices today for a future that others can't even see yet. It's trusting that your small actions today are building something big tomorrow. When people laugh at your dreams, you don't fight them. You smile because laughter is free. Let them laugh. You stay focused. Correct thinking is staying committed to your path, even when it's lonely, even when it's slow, even when the whole world seems to doubt you. Correct thinking means you choose growth over comfort every single time. Comfort feels good now, but it costs you later. Growth feels hard now, but it rewards you forever. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that is where your real future lives, outside your comfort zone. Success is not an accident. It's a decision you make every day with your thinking. Every moment you choose faith over fear, action over excuses, patience over panic, learning over complaining. That is how success is slowly, quietly built. Life will not always be fair. Life will not always be easy. But if you think correctly, life will always be yours to shape. You won't be a leaf blown around by the wind anymore. You will be the wind. When you think correctly, you see rejection, not as an insult, but as redirection. You see obstacles, not as walls, but as puzzles to solve. You see delay not as denial, but as preparation. Everything starts working for you, instead of against you, because your mind has been trained to see the hidden gift in everything. You are stronger than you think you are, wiser than you know you are, braver than you feel. But you'll only see it if you start thinking like it's true. Thinking correctly transforms your problems into projects, your fears into fuel, your doubts into doors.